Modern humans have walked this earth for nearly 300,000 years. We had the same brains, the same hands, and the same sense of curiosity that we have today. But there is something strange, something that doesn't fit the puzzle. For almost 100,000 years, it was as if time had stood still. We built no cities. We left no permanent mark. We lived in the shadows of a world we now dominate. We simply survived. Or is there a part of our story that has been erased by time? Today, we look into that massive void in human history, our missing 100,000 years. Think about it. In just the last 100 years, we went from horses and carriages to landing on the moon. From the first telephone to the internet in your pocket. Technological progress moves fast, but for 100,000 years, our ancestors used the same stone tools, the same fire, the same simple shelters. Why did the human brain, a machine capable of building skyscrapers, remain silent for so long? Think about what we build today: steel, concrete, glass. We think they are permanent, but nature has a different plan. If humanity disappeared tomorrow, within just 10,000 years, almost every trace of our existence would be gone. Steel would rust and crumble. Concrete would turn to dust. The great forests would reclaim our cities, and the oceans would swallow our coastlines. Now, imagine 100,000 years. If an advanced civilization existed before the last ice age, would we even find their remains, or would they be buried hundreds of feet beneath the mud or deep under the rising seas? The absence of evidence is not evidence of absence. Then, everything changed. Around 12,000 years ago, the ice began to melt, the world warmed, and our ancestors did something unexpected. They didn't just survive, they began to build. In a place called Göbeklitepe, they raised massive stone pillars, carved with symbols we are still trying to understand. But here is the mystery. Göbeklitepe did not appear out of nowhere. It is too complex, too perfect, to be the work of beginners. It suggests that the knowledge, the skills, and the social structure needed to build such a place must have developed much earlier. Were we practicing for thousands of years in lands that are now lost to history? Are we looking at the end of a story rather than the beginning? Scientists call it the Great Leap Forward, a moment in time when our species suddenly changed. We began to think in symbols. We began to wonder about the stars, the afterlife, and our place in the universe. But biology tells us our brains were ready for this 100,000 years ago. So, what was the trigger? Was it a slow evolution of language? Or did a cataclysmic event force us to adapt, to remember, and to organize? Perhaps the evidence is not lost. Perhaps it is hidden in our very own DNA, a silent memory of a time we have forgotten, a time when we were more than just shadows in the cave. Consider the maps of our world as they were during the Ice Age. With so much water locked in glaciers, sea levels were 400 feet lower than they are today. Millions of square miles of fertile land, coastal plains where humans would have naturally settled, are now at the bottom of the ocean. Entire worlds swallowed by the rising tides. We are a species with amnesia. We have forgotten where we came from and what we are truly capable of. The deeper we dig, the more we realize that the primitive label we gave our ancestors might be our greatest mistake. They weren't just waiting for the future. They were dreaming it into existence. But what if? It wasn't just time that erased our past. What if it was fire and ice? 12,800 years ago, the Earth was hit by a series of massive impacts, a rain of fire from the sky that struck the great ice sheets of the north. In an instant, billions of tons of ice melted. Massive floods, unlike anything we can imagine, tore across the continents. Forests burned, species vanished, and for the humans living then, the world simply ended. This was the Younger Dryas, 1,000 years of chaos that reset the clock for humanity. Is this why our story is missing? Because we were forced to start over? From the ashes of a fallen world, we had to learn everything again. But we didn't forget everything. We left clues, symbols on stones, stories of a great flood, and a deep collective fear of the sky. As we look back at the vast silence of our past, we realize that we are not the first. We are just the latest chapter in a story that is much older and much more complex than we ever imagined. History is not a straight line. It is a cycle of rising and falling, of remembering and forgetting. Perhaps the missing 100,000 years are not a void. Perhaps they are a mirror, showing us what happens to civilizations that think they are permanent. We are a species with a forgotten heritage, and as the ice melts once again and the seas begin to rise, we must ask ourselves, are we ready for the next reset? Or will we also become a missing piece of history for those who come after us? Thank you for watching this journey into the unknown. If you want to help us uncover more secrets of the past, don't forget to subscribe to Night Reflection. Stay curious, stay searching. Until next time.